away from the router was a bad idea. See if everybody jumps back in. If not, no big deal. If not, no big deal. Okay. We're back in business. Sorry, I had to restart the stream, I guess. I walked too far away from the router and it fucked it up. Fucked it up. Yeah, I'd love to just walk out there, stream out there, but I can't. I don't have any access to any Wi-Fi out there, unfortunately. I believe that's the airport. I think that's where I flew in, right there. But yeah, it was cool. We got on the tram, got to take the tram, see some sights. Tram was pretty fun, actually. You know, it's interesting because I live near Chicago and I don't like going to Chicago. I don't like cities, but this one may win me over. I may actually want to come back and visit this place where I live, but fuck Chicago. Any y'all been to Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. Fuck Chicago. The juice ain't worth the squeeze out there, in my opinion. But appreciate everybody joining. I was streaming. I had to cut it off. I lost signal. What's up, Sufyan? What's up, man? Thank you for joining. Appreciate everybody who's liked the video. We are live in Edinburgh. Thank you, man. What's up, Karina? Hola. Thank you for joining. We are live in Edinburgh, Scotland, to help somebody with her dog. I already met her new dog, but she put me up in this really nice apartment here. What's up, Mariana? What's up, Razul? What's up, Impreza? Everybody, thank you for joining. See a lot of new faces in here. Appreciate y'all coming. I wanted to live stream and walk around the city, but I didn't. I forgot that if I don't, since I'm in a foreign country, if I don't have Wi-Fi, I can't get access to the internet. Because I really wanted to bring my dog here, but I don't think she would do well on a plane. So unfortunately, the live streams will have to be done in here, unless I could find some place out there to do Wi-Fi. But then I can't walk around. I still will be recording video though. I brought my camera, so I'll be taking lots of pictures, recording video, making content, dog-related stuff. So, about you, this is Edinburgh, the city of Edinburgh in Scotland. I am here because an individual is having problems with her dog. She couldn't find anyone local to help her, so she flew me out here. She was gracious enough to put me up in this really, really nice room. And I'm dead center in the middle of the city. Like, if I walk out around the corner, I'll see Edinburgh Castle. No, I'm from America. Yeah, I bet you. I'm American. She flew me out from... I live near Chicago. She flew me out from Chicago. No, Seawag, this is Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm from Chicago, though. I'm from Chicago in the United States. But she flew me out here. What's up, John? I am 37, man. 37. She's a woman who... She's been living here for about 7 years. She has a little... Believe it or not, because when the when the customs was asking me why, like, what's the nature of my visit, and I was telling them what I'm doing, they were like, when I told them that it was a dachshund, they're like, well, I thought you were gonna be saying like a German Shepherd or something. I said, yeah, that would probably make a little more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, you're 10 now. All right, Sufyan. Happy birthday. Well, maybe not your birthday, but was Charlie Kirk from Chicago? I didn't know that. I'm not a fan. I do not like the city. See, that's the thing. See, like I am not a city person. I don't like the city. So, and I've lived in the Chicago suburbs for a long time, but I just don't like going to the city. Um, this city though is definitely right up my alley. I really, I mean, I just got here, but I'm really enjoying it so far. No, see, like I work with dogs who have behavioral issues, so I help owners resolve those behavioral issues. So she has an aggressive little dachshund, and she couldn't find anybody to help her with it. And she watches my work, so and I've been in communication with her for a while. I did some virtual sessions with her. We made progress with the dog, so we got it to a point where the dog doesn't attack her anymore, but we're still having problems with the dog attacking other people, and she just doesn't know how to solve that. So that's why I'm here. And then I'll be going to Australia after this to help somebody else out with their dog. So it's gonna be a crazy fucking year. But if yeah, a lot of you are new to the channel, so if you've never seen me, so you know, I look like look like a white supremacist, you know. But I appreciate y'all joining. A lot of new I don't usually get so many new people showing up, so thank y'all for joining. If you're new to the channel, I don't know if maybe it's because I'm in a different part of the world. Um, I don't know if you guys know who Miracle Canine is. I just did a debate with him on his channel. He posted that Monday. Um, and if you guys are interested in dog related debates, I have like 8 of them on my channel. I've debated force free people, um, Mark DuBose. If anybody's familiar with him, I debated him. So if you are interested in that sort of thing, or I have a lot of work, just a lot of my own personal work, like what I do with dogs, available to watch as well. I also have a series. It's probably my favorite series and one of my most popular. It's called "The Parallels Between the Rise in Aggressive Behavior in Dogs and Kids." And so, I explore the parallels in why there's a rise in aggressive behavior in kids nowadays, but also in dogs. So, what is the cultural overlap there as far as how we approach building relationships with our kids, as well as how we approach building relationships with our dogs? There's a lot of similarities, and that's why we have the problems we have now. So, um, oh, is it lagging again? Sorry, Mr. No. Yeah, the Wi-Fi signal doesn't seem to be too strong, so I apologize. Hopefully, Pat, what's up, Pat? I'm just if I shout out Barry, who is that? Barry McCulkner? Is that your name, Barry McCulkner? All right, I'll shout out Barry McCulkner. What's up, Barry McCulkner? Why do I feel like this is like one of those um, IP freely kind of things? You know, like a you know like a, when they do prank calls and they say a name like that, and but really it's a joke. I appreciate that, Pat. I appreciate that. Thank you for subbing, man. But yeah, there's a little something for if any of you guys have behavioral issues with your dogs. You know, I do a lot of my whole channel is just educational content. So, what's up, James? Your real name's Amanda. Hey, I don't blame anybody for using a fake name anymore. You know, shout it right. That's what I was talking about, Harry or Pat. That's what I mean, Pat. We say Harry Sanders, right? Amanda Hugging Kiss. That's right. Uh, there was an SNL skit I remember. Um, it was back when they actually could say offensive things and people would laugh. You know, shit. I think Robert De Niro was doing this. He was hosting this episode, but it was like right after the 9/11 stuff, so they were making fun of the names of terrorists, and Like one of them was they were talking about who they're looking for, and he's just talking about the names of the terrorists that we are currently in search of are a one known as a Sugamadik, um, play with me butthole. It's just shit like that. But they're they're like Arabic names, but they find ways to make them really dirty. It's pretty hilarious. Ice Cube, right? Oh, yeah, leaky bomb. There you go. Exactly. I heard a really good one in a movie like a month ago, and I don't remember it. I was like, fuck, I gotta remember that one. That's good. But I appreciate y'all joining. I'm really tired, so I'm not gonna hang out for too long. But I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find out if I can get some kind of Wi-Fi out there. Because if I can, I will do some live streams walking around, show everybody the city. Um, that's what I wanted to do. That'd be really fun. I would have brought Goose, but she ain't gonna be able to handle an 8-hour plane ride. So I wanted to spare her the no, Mr. No, I'd like to, but if I walk like 5 feet away from this router, I lose the signal, and I don't have signal out there just because I'm not from the UK. So I don't. My service provider doesn't give me signal out here, so I have to be connected to Wi-Fi. But now, if I can find somewhere out there that I can connect to, or maybe I'll find a way around it, then yeah, I'll definitely see if I can do a stream walking around out there before I go. What's up, Hollow? Or hello? Is that Japan? Yeah, I might be able to do that, James, a local sim. I'll have to look into that. I didn't even think about that. I don't know. That's something else. There's a lot. Like I said, I'm in the middle of the city, so there's a lot of. Is it Japan? All right, I guessed right. I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking little stores, so um, I'll just have to look and see what's around me. Japan is another place I've always wanted to visit. Um, that's a place I'd love to go. Japan, Italy, and Greece are like my top three. But you know, having come to Scotland now and being Scotch Irish, it's kind of like I feel it's like in a way I sort of feel like my dad was even joking. He said, "You're gonna do what Noel Murdaugh has done. You're gonna be the first to go back to the motherland." So I was like, "Fuck yeah!" But yeah, we'll be recording a lot of video. So I might not do so. No, what I could do rather than a live stream is I could just record as if I'm doing a live stream, just walking around the city. Um, because like I said, I brought my real camera, so I'm gonna shoot like good quality video too. Um, I was thinking about making just like a long episode, just like a long, um, because when I record my sessions with my clients, I post it. But what I'd like to do with this is kind of make it almost like a little documentary, if you will, um, all about this little beast of a dog in Scotland. So I was a little nervous bringing my camera and my lenses on the plane, but fortunately I was able to fit them all in my carry-on, and it all worked out. So, um, and I don't know, is anyone watching? Is anyone any camera aficionados out there, or people who like photography or anything like that? Because I'm really into like vintage lenses. Like pretty much all the lenses I have for my camera, they're all vintage lenses. Old school stuff, but the image quality just cannot be substituted. It's so good. And it's on a little, micro four thirds uh sensor. So it ain't even like full frame, nothing, nothing crazy. Oh yeah? All right, James. I got you. Yeah, running a DSLR and manual. There's you know a little something. Oh, what's up, Rebecca? Yeah, I used to take a lot of photographs, and actually, some of the photographs you see in my thumbnails are photographs that I've either recently took or taken in the past. Like one thing I used to get excited about was when I'd order a new lens. As soon as it would show up, I'd take my dogs out and I'd just go take pictures of shit. Um, but my favorite lenses are actually, speaking of Japan, my favorite lenses are the super multi-coated Takomars that were made in Japan in like the 1960s. I got many different um, types of those, and they're like the most well-built lenses in history. I mean, besides maybe the Zeiss lenses, but they're incredibly well built. Like Neymar. I'm trying to remember who that is. Who's Neymar? I'll have to look that up. BKS. Here, for those of you just joining, we're in um, we're in Scotland. Hello, what's up, BKS? We are in Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm here to help somebody with their dog, and I'm going to meet up with them tomorrow morning. We can get some work done. Oh, he's a football player. Okay. Yeah, they are very different, Rebecca. But one thing I love about um, the temp right now is, oh, well, with the wind chill, I think it's like 7 degrees Celsius right now. With the wind chill, probably colder. It is a really nice view, Rebecca. She put me up in a really nice room. Um, got a couple different views. But what I love about the old school lenses, is all manual focus, manual aperture. So you really, you can't just rely on autofocus or auto exposure. There's a little skill to it. I was flown out here from Chicago. Well, I live in the Chicago suburbs in Illinois, in America. So this individual needed help with her dog, so she flew me out. I just got here today. She flew me out. She lives here in Scotland. First time I've left the country, which was pretty cool. Oh yeah, Steven? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm Scotch, Irish, Czechoslovakian, and Mexican, so it's a weird mashup. But man, Scottish and Iceland, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, it really is, Rebecca. It's like, I mean, I'm here for work, but it still is like a nice, it's still a vacation in a lot of ways. I love my work, so it's not really work, but I do get to really come to a new cool place I've never been to. What do you mean alternate? Why train? Well, her dog. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. Her dog. She's got an aggressive little dachshund, and I still to this day I don't know why everybody's scared of this little dog. But right, what a mix, BKS. But uh, virtually Australia. I actually going to be going there next, Rebecca. I have another virtual client who, after I'm done here, we're already planning for me. They're gonna fly me out to Australia after this. So a lot of traveling this year. Um, but yeah, when I met this person, her dog was also attacking her, and I managed to. We did some virtual sessions and managed to get it to the point where now her dog's not attacking her, but it's still attacking other people, and so that's what we're gonna fix that. Man, Saudi Arabia, that'd be nice actually, especially when the UFC goes. I'm a big UFC uh, fan. You know, I train MMA, so. But yeah, Saudi, man, might as well throw on the list, right? PKS. I'm going everywhere else. I might as well go to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Rebecca, my channel name, Act Like a Human, Think Like a Dog. I help dog owners resolve behavioral issues. So I work with like aggressive dogs, dogs who have a wide variety of behavioral issues, but most of my work is difficult and aggressive dogs. And so, you know, my channel is all for educational purposes to educate dog owners, but I also um, post my own work, like you see me working with dogs and and that sort of thing. I wanted to bring my own dog here, but she was not going to do well on an 8-hour plane ride. She would be very well behaved, but I know she wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah. Oh man, I kind of wish that fireplace was usable. I was looking for a way to turn it to get it going, and then I realized that the people who own this place left a little book, and it said fire you can't start a fire, it's prohibited. I was like, okay, well, as long as I can get the heat up in here, we're good. Oh, that's okay, Rebecca. You know, pets aren't for everybody. You know, some people aren't dog people, and some people aren't dog or cat people, and but then again, you got people out there that love snakes and um what's the name of that other ferrets, and you know, people love different shit. Oh, Kyrie, I am in Edinburgh, Scotland. So, and actually, if you may not be able to see it, but this white building here says British Royal Hotel on it. But yeah, I am in Scotland. Oh, I hear you, Rebecca. Well, that's, you know, a lot of people would still do it, and so good on you for considering that you wouldn't be able to do what's necessary if you have health issues to take care of an animal. So that's commendable. Yeah, Kyrie, it's the first time I've ever been out of the country. I live in Chicago, well, the Chicago suburbs. So I'm not from here. Somebody was gracious enough to pay my way over here to help her with her dog. So that's why I'm here. Scotland is very pretty. I agree. I've seen pictures of it, video, and I don't know, like some of my favorite movies have been filmed here, but to actually come here and then walk by the castle and see, I mean, it's so cool. You know, seeing it's a totally different thing. And it has a feel to it. There's like an energy here. There's like there's so much history and so much, you know, I can see why artists are they come here and they kind of find inspiration. I can see why. That Rebecca, I don't know. I don't remember what city they live in. I want to say Adelaide, but I'm probably way off. I would have to ask them again. But yeah, Australia is next. Maybe, and I'll be here for a week, and so Australia we'll probably plan that for maybe a month out. Absolutely, Rebecca. I'm definitely going to. I brought my camera. I'm going to be taking pictures. I'm going to be shooting video. I wanted to live stream, but I until I can figure out how to get Wi-Fi out there, I won't be able to do it. Right, Norio? It is like a scene from a game world. It's crazy. It's even more wild to be down there, like walking around in it. Especially seeing the castle. The castle definitely looks like some shit out of a video game. It's pretty wild. But like James said, maybe I'll see if I can find like a temporary SIM card, and maybe I can get some Wi-Fi out here. could do a live stream walking around out there. But yeah, there will be videos and whatnot posted to the channel from here, where I'm going to be recording dog related stuff while I'm here. So, stay tuned. Appreciate everybody who's joined and liked. Thank you very much. A lot of new faces here, so welcome. If you want to see my dogs, there's so many videos that are on my channel. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Definitely, yeah, I do live streams all the time. And like I said, I'll be doing more while I'm here. But until I can get Wi-Fi out there, I'll just do them from the room. But I appreciate you subscribing. Yeah, I will be posting videos recorded from here, though, to the channel, like educational stuff. Or I just did a debate with Miracle Canine. He just posted to his channel, so I'm going to do a video kind of going over my thoughts on that here as well. I'll probably pick like a really... Maybe I'll do it in front of the castle. We'll see. So Sanjay, this is Scotland, where I'm in the middle of Edinburgh, Scotland. So pretty crazy. I'm from the United States, though. I'm not from the UK. As you can tell, I have no accent. I sound like a Chicagoan. Yeah, and there's so much history, and like the architecture here just blows my mind. You just think to back in the day, guys just built these buildings brick by brick. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, the architecture is crazy. It's so good. 704. What's up, Alienated? You must be a little bit further east. Are you like in Asia somewhere? What's up, Alienated? South, I got you. Yeah, it was cool when she picked me up from the airport. We took the tram. The tram was pretty fun. I enjoyed the tram. South Africa, all right. Welcome. I've never had somebody from South Africa join a stream. That's pretty cool. Hey, are you a UFC fan at all? You like DDP? Oh, I would be willing to bet too, Kyrie. Yeah, and that's the thing is I think they've done everything they can to maintain the integrity of the history of the buildings, but on the inside, yeah, they've definitely renovated and updated, but I'm definitely sure there's still some dysfunction there, because stuff is old, you know. Stuff is old. And it's funny because when we got here, it's not like a regular hotel. I think this is kind of like an Airbnb or something, but there's like this gate, and it's got like spray paint on it and shit. And we're walking up, and it's like this long, like really, really steep flight of stairs. I'm like, where the fuck are we going? And then we get here, I'm like, oh damn, this is nice. Yeah, you like UFC, Alienated? Right, you could feel the history. Absolutely. Especially when you're walking around down there. You really get a sense of it. I was even inspired. I got up to the room. I started watching videos on the history of Edinburgh, and I want to see if I can find a documentary about how they built this shit. Yeah, Frank Mir, man. Frank Mir is He's definitely one of the all stars, or one of the Hall of Fame guys. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Nighttime Canine. No, I haven't, William. I have not. Is he new? Appreciate you joining, by the way. I wish I could give you guys a different view. Not sure. Thank you for joining. I am in Edinburgh, Scotland. Right in the middle of it. Oh, okay, you got a blue belt. All right. I train jiu-jitsu. I'm not a blue belt yet, though. So awesome. Oh, yeah? Nighttime Canine? I'll have to check them out. When you're 19 years Hey, man, it's like riding a bike, you know? Once you know how to do it, you know how to do it. You might be a little rusty, but... Yeah, what I love about this room, though, is like, you know... I mean, it's more of an apartment, you know? I've got a fucking... You know, I got a dishwasher, oven, refrigerator, you know, stove. There is a lawn, yeah, but unfortunately, of course, it's out of order. You know, I can't wash my clothes. But really tough out, William. Like a rough place to live, or just. Oh yeah, 4 bike accidents will fuck you up, man, for sure. Ooh, the most practical self-defense. God, the most practical. It's a good question. I would say actually, MMA as a whole, the people that train mixed martial arts rather than just one discipline. Although if I had to pick something like exclusive, I would probably say Muay Thai or some form of kickboxing. Jiu-jitsu's great, but you know when you're out in the street, you need to know how to throw a punch or how to how to take one. Ultimately, running away is going to be your best. You know, you will want to avoid at all costs. But if something happens, you know, you want to be able to. Yeah, I agree, Landon. Yeah, and you put them together. I would say kickboxing over jiu-jitsu in the street, but put those two together, and yeah, you're going to be leagues above of anybody who, you know, may want to do some stupid shit. Right. Yeah. Yeah. First, the best course of action is just get the fuck out of there. But if you have no choice, if you had no choice, I would want to know how to strike. I would want to know how to throw a kick, throw a punch, and then get the fuck out of there. You know. Grappling's good though. If somebody grabs you, you know, somebody grabs you or tries to choke you or something, you'll know how to get out of that. You could turn that around to your favor, and then possibly choke them out, and then get the fuck out of there. So. But the thing with jujitsu is that it tends to, you know, typically goes to the ground, and you don't want to go to the ground. You want to, even though they say most fights end up on the ground anyway, but if you know how to strike, that you'd probably be a lot less likely for somebody to put you in that position. But I love watching like the videos of Kung Fu Master fights MMA martial artists or whatever, and the Kung Fu Master, you know, does all this like blowhard shit, acting like he's like the Bruce Lee of fucking, you know, karate or something, and then he gets his ass annihilated by the guy who just trains MMA. Damn, we can't carry you can't carry pepper spray around here either. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Because I was thinking about, you know, I mean, I've trained self defense for 4 years, so, but I'm like, you know, of course, on the plane, you can't bring any of it. But I'm thinking, well, what if maybe when I get here? But damn, I didn't know you couldn't even carry pepper spray. That's crazy. Yeah, for you, Kyrie, then. Definitely, I would, if you want self-defense, I would focus on some form of striking. But if you got it in you, I would also do some jujitsu. Or you could go to an MMA class and just combine it all together. So fucking savage, isn't it, William? It's like, man, there's no honor anymore. Just kick you in the nugget, right? No fucking honor. Yeah, they fight dirty like clowns. Half tempted to go. There's a bunch of whiskey bars down there. I'm half tempted to go get some whiskey. But really appreciate everybody joining though, especially all these new faces, new names. Thank you so much. Everybody's liked the video. Really appreciate that. I will definitely be doing more live streams while I'm here. And like I said, I'll be posting dog related videos while I'm here to the channel for those of you that are interested. But it's really nice to see to get a new group in here, as well as familiar faces. So thank you all for joining. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys the castle, but unfortunately it's out of view. It is out of view. Man, I can hear the wind though. It is windy out there. That wind is blowing on the window. What do you mean, Kyrie? You were your jujitsu skills on these streets. I'm not quite sure what you're saying. I personally I've trained. I did 2 years Muay Thai. I've done MMA, and then about the same in jujitsu. So um, I'm more well rounded than somebody who just trains jujitsu. What's up, shaders? No kidding. The actor from 902. I didn't know that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, William. No fucking honor, man. No honor amongst youth. I'm not sure who Sharap is, Shader. Who's Sharap? Oh, and if you're just joining, I don't know if you guys, if you, for those of you that watch dog related content, you know who Miracle Canine is. I just did a debate with him. It's on his channel, Miracle Canine. If you guys, if people are interested in debates, hey, appreciate you joining, Nailin. Thank you so much, man. Have a good night. You know, if people are interested in debates or debating dog related topics, I've got like 8 of them on my channel. And then just did one with David at Miracle Canine. Oam Zim. Man, I've never heard of him. Oam Zering. Am I a woman? Man, if I'm doing something to give you the impression of a woman, then I'm really failing. I'm failing miserably. Special agent. Ian, okay. Yeah, no, I mean I don't identify. You know, I don't play the identification game, but I don't know if you're a special agent. You know, I guess I plead the fifth. I don't answer questions. You know that's my response to police officers. I don't answer questions. Can I see your identification, officer? Right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to see your identification then. Yeah. Before I start, you know, because I just don't answer questions. You know, I plead the fifth. Although I'm not in America anymore, so I don't know. Does that still? I don't think I can plead the fifth here. I don't know what the law is on remaining silent, or what? Do I have any rights on remaining silent? I don't know. No, no special agent. Definitely don't identify as one of those. But again, I'll need to see some. That's right. That's right, Neely. Oh man, absolutely. I perceive. I could tell Neely's a very perceptive individual. I could tell. She's very observant. Thank you very much for that, Neely. Actually, I love bulldogs are my favorite. Um, my dog now is a she's a micro American bulldog. She may have some English in her. I don't know. She was found as a stray, but when I went to look up what she is, the thing that kept popping up, and it looked exactly like her, was an American bulldog. Oh, Neely, you want to see this? Have you not seen the sights yet? Oh yeah, honeyworm. I actually my previous dog was a half pit, half whippet. She was such a good fucking dog. So I've worked with greyhounds. So I've worked with a half whippet and dogs that are similar to whippets, but not. I've never worked with like a 100% purebred whippet. Oh, she was impressive. Honeyworm. Sighthounds are definitely yeah. She had some skills that other dogs don't have. Yeah, Neely, I don't know, man. If you're gonna be a special agent, you may want to step up your interpretation skills. But again, I'm gonna need to see some identification. It looks like I appreciate that, Gary. I'll take that as a compliment. Saying I look like Kratos, I'll definitely take that as a compliment. Yeah, I think I've seen you. I think you showed up to one of my live streams before, William, when I was walking her. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. She's so good. She's the best fucking dog. She's at my parents right now. Yeah, right, Neely? It is beautiful. And it was beautiful earlier today too, even though it was very overcast. Does it look like Quebec honeyworm? Yeah, the Edinburgh Castle's around the corner. I'll show some video of that tomorrow. Prague, yeah, I could see, especially at night. You could tell more during the day that it's like yeah, it does look like Scotland, but Prague, I could see at night people mistaking this for Prague for sure. Yeah, the it's a beautiful view. There's a lot down there too. It's so cool that the history, you know, the statues that are everywhere, and the churches, the cathedrals, the castle. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I was gonna go out a little bit tonight, Neely, but I'm like, you know, I'm a little jet lagged from the two flights, and so I'm like, you know, when I meet my client tomorrow, I'll have plenty of time to go out there and walk around. There is like three coffee shops right below me though. No, I didn't, honeyworm. I love Dobermans though. Penny the Doberman, I love it. No, Neely, I'm here. Uh, a, a, one of my virtual clients flew me out here to help her with her dog. So this is technically a work trip. She was she was gracious enough to pay for the trip, and she paid for this beautiful room. Um, so I'm here to help her. But I'd be lying if I did. I'd be lying if I didn't say this wasn't like a vacation. You know, I mean, I've never left the country. I love my work, so it's not like work. You know, I don't know. Can I zoom? Oh, you know what? I can. Okay. Yeah. See down there's the British Royal Hotel, right here. You can see all the people. There's buses running. Yeah. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Right? What if the dog does this? That's funny. Well, honeyworm, fortunately, my philosophy revolves around not necessarily the words themselves, but what you put behind the word. And if I'm doing things right, I really don't even have to say anything at all to the dog. That's when things are really flowing. The weather isn't too bad. I'm from the Chicago suburbs. So right now the weather there is really not that much different. I mean, it's cold. It was raining earlier, so it's cold, but not like freezing. But it's really windy, so it's the wind really that kind of bites. Right, you may be used to a UK accent anyway. Right on your. Hold on, I gotta get my. Thanks, William. I know it feels it's crazy to even say that. That somebody saw enough value in what I do to fly me out here. But actually, to tell you the truth, I have another client who they're gonna fly me out to Australia after this. So it's one thing when one person does it, but when two people want to do it, I guess I must be doing something right. So I take that as a major compliment. But thank you, I appreciate that, man. Go Blackhawks! You know, I love hockey, but I was never a Blackhawks fan. But I love hockey. Definitely Neely. Yeah, and it's the animal kingdom just communicates on a different level, and so it's more like what are they saying in that silence through body language, and what kind of energy are they putting out? What kind of eye contact are they giving? What does their physiology tell you? What does the state of mind show you? You know? Right, I know, Neely. You got it. I feel like somebody works for like a big corporate company, and they give me like free trips, and I got like a business card, and I can go put it on the company tab or something. Thank you, Kyrie. I've as cheesy as I think it is. I have had people call me that, and I'm like, no, 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 stop, stop. Well, Caesar's the dog whisperer. We'll leave it at that. Oh yeah, they sense it from you, Neely. They know. They know when you're mad. But everything I teach centers around leadership. And leadership is a skill set. And so there are different facets of leadership that we have to learn and understand if we want to create a well balanced, stable, strong, confident dog. And a dog who truly respects you. That's where obedience lives, right? Obedience is not trained, obedience comes through building respect. He's all right, Neely. I'm taking applications. I could use a massage therapist. You can come with me. Here, you know what? Let me turn off this light. I want to see what it looks like with the lights on. Oh yeah, that's crazy. All right, sounds good, Neely. I'll tell my client and say, hey, I need my massage therapist. Can you book her a flight? No, I was not in the military. No. Yeah, I could see someone saying it looks like France, definitely. Well, we could help you with that, Neely, if your pit doesn't always mind you. I had a serious. So this is my Um, my newer channel, my older channel, I kind of just turned it into a clips, like a short form channel. So I'm in the process of updating and re-uploading older videos. So I have a series called Lessons in Leadership, and I haven't updated those yet to repost them, but I will be updating those and reposting for people to learn about the different facets of leadership. All right, yeah, I need a good massage therapist, Neil. I trust you. I trust you. Definitely has a medieval look to it. Absolutely, that's one thing I love about it. Yeah, Borat, the anti-dog trainer, and I could explain what I mean by that if you'd like. Is this another one of these name things? Yeah, I'll do it because I bet there's a joke at the end of it. But Tarun Pandita Jammu Kashmir. Now I'm trying to piece it together in my head. See if there's a funny name. What's up, Ajat? Good night, man. Thanks for joining. Yes, I will update Neely. Now, you check out one of my most popular series is called "The Parallels Between the Rise in Aggressive Behavior in Dogs and Kids." There's two videos up. I got to update the third one, but it explores the cultural similarities in how what the mainstream purports as far as how we should treat our dogs or train our dogs or build relationships with our dogs, and how that leads to bad outcomes as far as more aggression in dogs that are disrespectful. But we're seeing the same trend with kids, and so I draw the parallels between how they're so similar, and I think it really helps people to understand. Um, in the same way we can create an entitled, self-centered child, disrespectful child, we can create a dog doing all the same things, or we can create a dog who's also disrespectful, self-centered, and may become aggressive towards you by adopting the same permissive, um, feelings-based way of doing things. I got you. Okay, Hercules. I love that name, Hercules. Dog or devil breeds. Appreciate you joining from Indonesia, John. Thank you. All right. Remains in France. What do you mean, John? Where am I? I'm in Scotland. This is Edinburgh, Scotland. If you Neely, if you want my long form content is on here, although not all my work is reposted yet. But if you go, it's the same channel name except clips at the end of it. So it's Act Like a Human, Think Like a Dog, clips. And then you'll find um, you'll find all my short form content over there. Appreciate that, Tarun. Thank you, man. What do you mean, Nexie? Big money never comes clean. What are you talking about? There you go. Yeah, your name will remain in Scotland, Taryn. I will say it here. Believe it or not, Kyrie, I've had so many families when I go for a session and I show them where they're messing up with their dog and they see the change that can be made quickly. They'll have kids will be like, hey, does this work on kids? Does this work on teenagers? And I'll say it's very similar principles. But I get that question a lot. Do you train kids? Hey, can you live here? We got a room upstairs. Can you stay in the room for you can have it for like a month. I've got if I needed somewhere to stay, I'd have about 15 bedrooms across Illinois that I could stay at. Big money never comes clean though, right, Nexie? And Tarun, yes, your name will remain in Scotland. Sounds good, Neely. I'll take those massages and I'll work with your dog. And then I'll show you how to get your dog to get how to get Hercules to respect you. Right, right. I know, Carrie. It's crazy, isn't it? But absolutely, there's a lot that goes into parenting. Absolutely. Yeah, true. And I don't know. I've never been to London, but I can say, I've just got here, but it is a very beautiful city. Um, and I haven't even seen a lot of the landscape yet, but the landscape I have seen is gorgeous. But I can see, I mean, some of the architecture here is similar to London. You know. Oh, I'm from America, Tyrone. I live near Chicago. Um, Neely, why do they stay by your feet? It that would depend on the context. But where that becomes a problem is a lot of times if a dog is invading your space and doing it on its terms and is doing it in a pushy way, and we give into that, then it gives the dog the idea that it can be pushy with you and you'll accept it. Another one is, and this is a common one, where let's say you're sitting on the couch and your dog comes up to you and like nudges your hand. And a lot of people think, oh, it's so cute. My dog wants me to pet it. But no, your dog's actually making a demand of you in that moment, saying, pet me. And if we give in to that demand, it leads the dog to believe that it can make demands of us and get what it wants. So it leads the dog to think it's in control. So it's those little things we do. So sometimes you may have a dog that stays under your feet. Sometimes the dog just may be uncomfortable. Or sometimes the dog may actually be invading your space, but doing it in a way that we really don't want. So it's one of those things that I have to see it and put it within context to see what's the bigger picture. Is the dog being under the feet really matter? Does it mean anything, or is there something else going on here? Is it Kyrie? I've never been to New York either. I know you got to watch out for getting stabbed in London though. Crazy. Oh, so you saying like when you're walking around, the dog is always under your feet? So like the dog is never giving you space. So it's not just when you're sitting; you're saying when you're walking around too. That's all right, Neely. That's why I was talking about the series because there's a cultural problem we have is people get the wrong messaging. Oh, I believe it, William. Gary, Indiana can be a scary place in general. I think. Yeah. So what you need to do, Neely, is you need to take the opportunity to now assert a boundary. And so you want to claim your space with your dog, but you also, if your dog follows you around everywhere, then that's also an unhealthy attachment or a sign of one. So you're going to need to create some space. And there are a couple different ways you can do that. But if your dog is literally like attached to your leg, just gently push them away and repeat that until you can get them to move the other way. And then if you have no issue being a little more assertive though, you can maybe what I'll do is I'll snap my finger and just very assertively tell the dog to go. And I'll give it a cue with my hand, like I'll point in the direction I want it to go. And then I'll just apply a little bit of spatial pressure, walk towards it to get it to move in the other direction. I like that name, Cocaine, Pure White. That's all. Yeah, I would definitely name a dog like that, Cocaine. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's when you know you're in trouble, William. That's when you know you're in trouble, man. Well, Neely, unfortunately, we create needy dogs. So now you may have a dog that's a little more insecure to begin with, but if we aren't careful about what the little things we do or don't do, then it leads that dog to become more insecure, and then you create what people know as Velcro dogs. And if you go online, a lot of websites will tell you that a Velcro dog is like normal, or it's part of their DNA, it's part of the breed, and it's like, no, I could show you 10 different dogs who are all 10 different breeds, and they all do that same thing, not because it's a breed trait, but because of the social dynamic that's been created between the owner and the dog. You know what I mean? So the way to get rid of that neediness is we have to implement structure, rules, boundaries, provide clear and concise direction. So we need to be consistent in applying those things, and then the dog has a sense of security at the end of that, and it knows that you're in control. It doesn't have to worry about anything. You're giving that dog certainty. Yeah, and that's okay. There's a lot of COVID was that created a lot of problems for people. You know, a lot of people got dogs during COVID that they really shouldn't have, because them working from home was temporary, and they wanted the dog to be there for company, but then they went back to work, and it's like now they don't have time for the dog anymore. You're welcome, Neely. Yeah, and I haven't done well. If you go to my shorts, the clips channel, you'll see a couple of shorts of me talking about, like, if a dog's invading your space, what to do. If a dog's demanding attention, what to do. I haven't done any like long form videos talking about it, but if you watch sessions with my clients, um, you'll see those things happening. But I've just not made like an exclusive video about it. Absolutely, Kyrie. And that's why I say there's so many similarities, and a lot of the principles apply. And that's why that series to me is so crucial. But then people always accuse me of, like, well, you're saying like dogs aren't kids, man, and I'm like, I know that I'm not saying they are. I'm trying to draw the parallels because it helps people to see where they're fucking up with their dog, because it'll help them to understand. Because a lot of times people will treat their kids differently than they treat their dog, and it's hard for people to see. It's like, well, if you just treat your dog very similar to how you treat your kid, you won't have any problems. But a lot of that just comes down to knowing, well, how do I enforce those things with my dog? And then once they know how to do it, they'll do it. Some, I wouldn't disagree with William. There are a small percentage of pits that, yeah, it's in their DNA to want to hurt people, but I think that's overblown, and I think a lot of people, because I've worked with a lot of pits that had bad issues, and we were able to fix them. So I don't believe it's this, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you can never fix it if they're pit bull, they're born with it. It's like, yeah, that's true for some of them, but there's a vast majority of them that can be helped. Oh no, it's never too late. Never too late, Neely. You may have, right, James, right. And the whole point of an analogy is to help people to illustrate something easier for people to understand, but also in the context of debate, it's a way to test people's logic. But no, Neely, it's never too late. It depends on the mentality in the dog. If you have a headstrong dog who's used to having control, then it's going to take time and repetition, but it can still be done. But if you just have an insecure dog who is looking for the structure, is looking for you to tell it what to do, is looking for those things, it'll be much quicker to change. Because it's been dying for you to do it already, and when you start doing it, the dog's like, finally, I can fucking relax. Yeah, totally, William. I've met some great pits, but I've worked with some pits that legitimately wanted to kill me. But funny enough, one of those pits, um, all of that had to do with the dynamic the owners had created. And when the owners went around, he was the most scared, insecure dog. He was totally fucking ready to kill you when they were there. All that confidence came from the owner, but when the owner was gone, have it. But there are pits out there that, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're empowered on their own, and they'll fuck you up no matter what. It doesn't matter. there's no, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with giving people their space, Kyrie. I do that myself. When I walk, I don't approach unfamiliar dogs. I don't talk to unfamiliar dogs. I just, you know, I mind my business. But yeah, if I see people walking, I just give them space. I don't. Oh, I see. Okay, Kyrie, I see. You're talking about they're being walked by their absolute unit of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely give them space at that point because you could tell they have no control over that fucking dog at all. Well, the structure, so Neely, structure, that's part of it. Structure is like the routine of the day. That's part of the structure, but structure is also we are playing the correct roles. So the relationship is also structured, meaning that I play the role of an authority figure, my dog plays the role of a follower. So that is actually going to shape how I interact with the dog, meaning that it's my job to tell the dog what I don't like, to enforce boundaries, to establish rules, but I also have to enforce those things. And part of the structure could be if you do this, there's a consequence to that. And if you don't listen, I will follow through, and make sure that you understand that either you can't do this, I will make sure that the message is sent that you can't do it, or I will follow through to make you do something if I tell you to do it. Like, say if I call my dog to me, and maybe they look at me and they're like, "Nah, I don't feel like." I just let them blow me off. Well, if I allow them to do that, then my word's not going to mean anything. They're not going to respect me. But if I follow through and just get up and go get them, and I repeat that and I show them that if I call you to me, I'm serious. I need you to come here. And every time they don't do it, I go over and grab them and move them. Then they're going to, over time, the dog's going to understand that my word means something. It has weight. And if you don't do it, I'm going to make you do it. So the structure is also all those little things. But structure could be boundaries are included in structure too, right? Let's say you're sitting on the couch and the dog is like invading your space or demanding attention. Part of that would be to establish a boundary, push them away, say you're not interested, and you're not going to demand that from me. And then you wait for them to go lay down, mind their own business, to respect that boundary, and then you can invite them over. So now you're restructuring that whole dynamic, where it's on your terms rather than theirs. So everything is on your terms rather than theirs. That's also part of the structure. That's all right. They will fuck up, but that's okay. We just keep at it. Well, the beginning of my videos, I say 16, and I thought it was 16, but I recently found my first dog's adoption paper, so it's actually about 15 years I've been working with dogs. So I've been doing it for quite a while. But yeah, it's just all those little things. You got to follow through on certain things. If a dog is used to making demands, we have to not give in to those demands. We have to flip that dynamic. There's a lot of little things that go into it. That's crazy, William. They just let their fucking pit bulls. That's so crazy. Yeah, and that's. I even have a couple videos saying like, if a dog attacks you, you can't show weakness. You have to stand your ground. And on one of those videos, a pit bull was trying to bite me, and I just stood there, and the pit bull eventually backed up. I didn't do anything, but I didn't move back and show weakness in that moment, so the dog actually didn't end up biting me. That short my clips channel. All right, I'm gonna turn back on the light. Right, I know William's been through it, man. William has been through it. All right, guys. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to end the stream for now. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna get some food and think I'm gonna watch some documentaries on Scotland. Learn about this crazy city I'm in. But I really appreciate everybody who's joined. Like the video. 17. I can't remember the last time I got 17 likes on a live stream. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Very nice to see all the new faces, all the new people joining. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys again. You know, Kyrie, Neely, William. William is. I know you've joined once before, but would love to see you all join again. Like I said, I'll be doing more streams while I'm here. So, absolutely, yeah, I'll definitely take you on a coffee date, Neely, for sure. I think. Did you say you were in the UK, Neely? Yeah, I'll take you for a coffee date. Absolutely. There's like 3 coffee shops right down below me, right here. You know. All right. Yeah, you too. You too, William. Have a good evening. Oh, you're in New York. Shit. Well, I'm near Chicago, but there's plenty of coffee shops between New York and Chicago. Definitely. Oh, you're moving to Europe. Okay. Well, we will stay in touch, Neely. We'll figure it out. But that sounds good to me. All right, guys. Very very nice to meet you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. Like I said, there's plenty of content on the channel. If you guys are interested, check it out. If you see something that piques your interest, watch, give it a like, or listen. Or not give it a like if you actually like it, but leave a comment, some feedback if you'd like. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you all very soon. Everybody have a wonderful day, night, wherever you're at. That's right, Kyrie. Love is absolutely. I appreciate that. And hey, when you watch my videos and you see the comment section, I'm invested in my audience too. I really appreciate when people watch. I like to respond to people's comments. I like these communication, or I like doing these live streams. I gotta get a chance to talk to people and hang out with you guys. So I agree, Kyrie. Appreciate it. All right, everybody, take care.